If you click on this video, chances are you're a young guy who's in self-development and you're really focusing on improving your health and improving your overall quality by improving your overall health, right? And one thing I wanted to talk to you about today is actually something that not many people are talking about. I've seen some people talk about it, including like the YouTuber Hamza Ahmed. But this is something that's been like a concern for not that very long, but I think could have a major toll in the coming years, especially when more people start finding more about it and there's more research to back this up. And it's actually that your phone and your technological devices are actually going to they can cause some harm to men's testosterone. And this question actually intrigued me. So what I did was, for my university project, I researched more about this question. I specifically researched about how the phone radiation, how it can affect the risk of cancer, but I also looked at how it can affect testosterone. And when I was doing more research, the more I did, the more I found um, research to back up how cell phone radiation can increase your chances of getting brain cancer. And even though it's slight, that's because there's not much research to back it up yet, because cell phone usage has only been prevalent for the last 20, 30 years. Like, and now it's basically universal. So, yeah, my research found that cell phone radiation can actually increase people's chances of getting brain cancer, which is already a big risk in itself. But then, the more I delved into it, the more I saw studies on like sperm cells and different animals that actually showed that it actually has an effect on your sperm, because the radiation can actually change the DNA and split apart the DNA in some of these nucleuses. I'm gonna try to make I don't know. I'm gonna try to make it as simple as possible for like all the bro scientists out here. But yeah, it basically like affects like the function of your sperm. So especially that's the biggest reason why I don't put my phone in my pocket anymore. Because the closer you have it to your area, the bigger risk there is to actually affect your sperm. And we know that sperm and testosterone are like they're correlated. So your levels of testosterone actually affect the levels of your sperm. So it should be also vice versa. There should be some type of correlation. So the less functional your sperm, the it's probably gonna have some type of bad effect on testosterone. And even if it didn't, why would you want to risk affecting your sperm quality? Because if your sperm is just not functional, you're just gonna be infertile. And like that's actually like that contradicts our biggest mission in the world as men. We have to make children and make offsprings and then raise them. That's our family. You can't have a family if your sperm doesn't function. And yes, there there are technologies nowadays like you can do in vitro and you know make children that way. But it's just like, I don't know about you, but if that's the only way I can make children, then I don't know if I would really feel healthy or I would feel like a man. So I wanted to make this quick video just to let you know that this is something probably most of you watching this haven't heard of. That because we've been growing up, especially our generation, growing up from like 6 years old on these devices, especially our phones. Like kids nowadays have a phone or an iPad at 7, 6, 7, 8 years old, maybe earlier. I'm not sure, but it's important to know the risks that come with those devices. So I don't know how to solve the issue for the brain cancer, but when it comes to your sperm and testosterone, the one thing I'd say and the one thing I started implementing, and this is something that Hamza has said on his YouTube channel, and it's just not putting your phone in your pocket. So like, let's say you're wearing a hoodie or a jacket, you just put it in the hoodie pocket because it's a bit further away from that area, right? But I feel like if it's just in your pocket, then it can easily affect that area, right? Because your cell phone radiation isn't that ionizing. It's not like an X-ray. Like that's why when you do X-rays, you have to cover yourself with like some type of clothing or material for it not to affect, because it can actually give you cancer. Like there's a high chance of it giving you cancer. But cell phone radiation, there's not that much research because it's not considered that ionizing, but it still has some effects that would lead to cancer and then also affect your sperm cells. So the one thing I'd say is you either put it in your hoodie, or if you don't have a pocket, then you just hold it in your hand. I know it's inconvenient, but I would rather do that than be infertile. So yeah, this is just a quick informational video, and take care, man.